Trying. Oh.
Aren't you trying to log on downstairs?
Yeah, I'll go and do it again.
Okay, now I'm on to okay. It's not letting people in.
Hi, sir.
Good evening. Okay. Here you go. Okay. Okay. I wondered who Gord was. Now I see with the video. Sing family, turn your video on.
Yep. Okay.
Just a minute.
Hold on. Is this better?
Yes, better.
Okay, we'll give people a couple of minutes to join in and then we'll get started, guys.
Your thing is showing up here on
My thing.
your thing if you're there but not there. You're on video. Oh,
That's where it's supposed to be.
yeah, that's okay.
Okay, anybody else want to come in?
Gee, crazy.
Cool.
Stop.
My eye on everybody to see whether anybody else joins.
Ow, ow.
Okay, line up, guys. And to up. Come to quad. Raise your right hand and recite the tenets. Shijok, courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, indomitable spirit. And recite the oath. Shijok, I shall observe the tenets of Taekwondo. I shall respect the instructor and seniors. I shall never misuse Taekwondo. I shall be a champion of freedom and justice. I shall build a more peaceful world. Bottom. Okay, we'll get stuck into it, but I've got to check the screen every so often to see if we've got any latecomers. Start with, let's just make sure you've got a clear space. Keep your eye on the space you've got around you, rotating your wrists. Change direction. Thanks for joining, guys. Elbows. Change direction. Arms back. And forwards. Feet are shoulder width apart and twist your torso. Hands on hips, just rotating your left ankle. Ball of the foot on the floor and rotate your foot around it. Change direction. Max, if you could angle your camera down a little bit, I'm only getting you from your badge. Yep, perfect. And change foot. That's great. Thank you, Max. And change direction. Hands on knees. And hands up, standing up, circling your legs outwards. And inwards. And just rotating your hips. Change direction. And come on. We're going to start the session with a little bit of a physical workout. Young guys, do your best. Okay, if we're doing sets of 20 and you can only manage 10 before it gets really, really hard, do your best, but don't kill yourselves in this, okay? So what we're going to do, I'll just run you through the sequence. We're going to do 20 squats like this. And then after we do our squats, we're going to hop down on the floor and do 20 crunches, just curling up and touching your ankles. And after we've done 20 of those, we're going to lie on our back, put our feet straight up in the air, and just lift our pelvis up a couple of centimeters. We'll do 20 of those. So it's a very small movement there. Then we're going to pop over on our front and do 20 push-ups. And after we've done 20 push-ups, we're going to lie on the ground, put our hands out, and do 20 back arches, lifting up nice and high. And then we'll have a nice 1-minute plank to rest. And we're going to do 3 sets of them. Okay, so you know what's coming? Well, let's get into it. I'll be getting my phone ready because I've got my 1-minute timer on here for our planks. Okay, now, hands up by your jaw. And squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Come on, Tiffany, proper squats. 19, 20, and sitting down. So we're curling the upper part of the abs here. We're not doing a sit-up. We're not lying down on the ground and then coming all the way up like this. It does a lot of work on your iliopsoas. We're going to work on the upper part of the abs. From here, we're curling the body. Just a little curl to touch your ankles. 20, ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Yes, and he's about to be done too.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now feet straight up in the air. And we're doing the lower part of the abdomen now. Just curling the lower part of the abs. Quite a tough movement. That's about 2 centimeters off the floor. Ready? 1, 2, 3,
Oh, thank you.
5,
I don't
6,
do it.
7, 8,
You.
9,
What are you doing?
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now we're going to roll over for our push-ups. Before we do that, I'm just going to mute that unmuted person. Okay, 20 push-ups, body nice and straight, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, I'm going to stop counting now. You can count to 20 yourselves. This time we're lying flat on our tummy. We're going to lift our legs and upper body off the floor. This way. Back arches. So squeezing the lower back muscles. 20 of those, way you go. Lovely. Okay. Now our traditional rest. I'll get my timer for our 1 minute plank. Ready and up. That's 30 seconds. And relax. So that's our first set. Now, young guys, if you're finding it really tough, then instead of doing 20 of each, you might want to cut the reps down. Everyone else will be great. We'll just go through the 20s. So first set, a good workout is to do about 5 or 7 sets. But we're only just going to use this as a warm-up, so we're only going to do 3 sets. Ready, on your feet for your squats. And 20 proper squats too, not some of you young guys doing this. Go. Good. And now crunches. Ready? Go. Make sure you're curling that upper part of your body when you're doing your crunches. Curling that top part of your abs and your chest. If you lose count, just do some extra ones to make up for it. Lie back, legs up. And 20. Good. Try not to swing your legs. Make sure you're using your lower abs to lift. Lift your legs just a tiny bit. You're trying to go up and down, not swing. So I'm not doing this to lift my hips off the ground. I'm using my lower abs here to curl up and lift my legs and hips. Okay, push-ups. 20, where you go. Try to keep that core tucked nice and tight. Don't just lift your upper body, try and lift your entire body. Now be careful that with your push-ups, you're not just curling up this way. You've got to get your whole body up and down. Okay, looks like we're ready for back arches. Where you go. 'Kay, and we're ready for our prone hold. One moment while I get the phone ready. 3, 2, 1, up. Thirty seconds. And done. One more set. Tian family, I've got a really good view of your ceiling. I can't see either of you. Okay, that's better. Okay, last set. Ready? Hands by your jaw. 20 squats. Go. Toby, those are rubbish. Are you bending those legs at all, Toby? Okay, remember for the crunches, you're curling your upper torso. Okay, not folding your body in half this way. You're curling this way. Okay, 20 crunches. Where you go. Good, feet straight up. Pelvic lifts. Go. A few of you are still swinging your legs a bit. You want to try and lift with that core. It only goes up a little bit. Okay, and now your push-ups. Go. If you're not already doing it, when you do your back arches, just move your belt knot off to the side so it's not digging in your stomach. And ready for back arches. Go. Nice, Mr. Crichton. Okay, and one at prep for the last time. Ready, 3, 2, 1, go. That's 30 seconds. We're halfway through already. Keep that core engaged. And come on. And good work. Grab a quick drink. Let's bring a training towel. Okay, and get ready. For fundamental movements tonight, we're going to take small sequences out of the colored belt patterns and work on them. So juniors, you might be doing some sequences that are above your grade. That's fine. Just do your best at them. I'm not going to get into too much detail about how things work. Get into a little bit to give you some guidance, but I won't get into too much detail. So we're going to start at Chonji, and we'll start for most of the patterns. We're going to do the first few movements. Okay, but for Chonji, we're going to start in the middle. Parallel ready stance. Ready? Okay. We're going to do movements 9, 10, 11, and 12. Toby and Tiffany, take a big step back and get some space between you. Ready? From here, 1. L stance in a forearm middle block. Oh, come back. Some of you were a bit sloppy. Max, good strong techniques. 1. Cross underneath. 2. Nice and strong. L stance middle foot for a middle block. Make sure you're half facing. You're in L stance. Go. And number 2. Or in fact, movement number 10. Go. 11. Backward step turn. Make sure when you cross in front of your chest, not down by your belt. Crossing up here. And 12. Go. And buttle. Okay, remember, relax. Down, up, down. Into your L stance. Ready? Number 9, go. From here, change from half facing. Down, pull back, you can rise up. Down, 10, go. Now with your backward step turn clockwise. As you go down, you turn. When you're about 45 degrees, you rise up and cross. And then land in your L stance. Go. Make sure your elbow's bent here. Mr. Marias, just bend your elbow a little bit. That's it. 12, go. And buttle. I'm not going to do it this time. I'm going to watch. So ready, movement number 9, go. Go, Max. 10, 11, and 12. Max, just watch your body facing in your L stance. You're turning too far forward. I can't see your feet, but I think your foot's probably pointed too far this way. It should be pointed that way, okay, towards me. And come up. Twice more. Ready. 9, go. 10, go. 11, go. Remember, you're into L stance. Check your L stance here. Not walking stance. And 12, go. Bottle. 9, go. 10, go. 11, go. Tiffany, you got the wrong foot forward there and the wrong hand. 12, go. And bottle. Okay, now all 4 movements in 1 count. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you return to parallel stance. Ready, go. L, walking. L, walking. Make sure you're crossing underneath, juniors. And bottle. And go. L, walking. L, walking. Watch that knee spring. Bottle. And go. Mr. Mariah, just watch the angle of your knee and your first L and your L stances there. You're coming a little bit too far forward and your shoulders are turned too much. So I want to make sure that that back foot's pointing this way. They nearly look good. And bottle. One more. Ready, go. Watch the L stance. Keep the heel on the ground. That's good. And bottle. Good. Okay. Second set. One. We've done a lot of work on knife hand guarding block in the last few sessions. Or in guarding blocks in general. Hands in front of chest. Pull back. Block forward. Then a high punch. Then the backward step turn. From here. Pull back. Block forward. And then high punch. So again, we're going L stance, walking stance, L stance, walking stance. Ready. Ha! Check your stance. Two. Heels on the ground. Set. Make sure your guarding block comes from up here, not from down here. So not rising up. Keep it up and forward this way. Net. And return. Ha. Two. Set. Net. And return. You might be creeping towards the back, so just adjust your distance. Ready, hammer. Two. Set. Net. Return. Hammer. Two. Set. Net. Okay, make sure you're getting strong power. Remember from your guarding block here, pull back to your hip and extend the other hand out before you punch. And bottle, one more. Ha! Watch your body weight, a little bit over half your weight, 70% on the back leg. So don't step too far forward on the front leg here, Mariah's family. Keep your weight back. Cool. Set. Max, try not to drop your hands. From here, you're dropping your hands down and then lifting them back up again. From here, from punch, just keep your hands up. Okay? Net. Baro. Nice, Mr. West. Now all 4 movements, 1 count. Go. Bottle. Mr. West, when you do a load for your guarding block, just bring this hand that goes forward back a little bit in front of your badge. Okay, just both hands back a little bit more. You're coming to about here and making it a bit short. So a little bit further back. Okay, and 2. Good. Bottle. Set. That's better, Max. Bottle. Remember, it's a high punch, eye level. Net. Come on, Toby and Tiffany, pick it up. So white belt's high punch this time, so eye level. Let's do it one more. Bottle. Tassel. High punch, Diogo, eye level. Bottle. Okay, good. Next one. From here, we're going to cross on top and do a high block with the outer forearm. So if I'm facing sideways from the camera and stepping towards the camera, I'm going this way. Okay, so it's high. And then from this position, I'm going to do a punch in the same stance. One moment, Toby. Then we're going to do a spot turn, stepping the front foot on the center line. So the front foot here is going to come back to my center line. If I do it sideways, you'll see that I step back in line with my heel. Okay, I'm not stepping all the way back here like this, just back to where my heel is. Then I'm going to pivot, cross on top, and then on the spot, do my punch. So I'm half facing here, I go down and change to full facing, rise up and punch. Toby, question.
I still don't get it.
You're doing the first 4 movements of Dosan. Okay, ready. Good. And 1, get some power in, nice and strong. 2, punch on the spot. Now spot turn, bring the front foot back a little bit and onto your center line. Then pivot and turn. Tip. Net.
Is that how you do it?
And bottle.
On the spot.
Okay, once more. Well, again, crossing on top. 1, nice and strong. The power up. 2, using this to build up a bit of a sweat, get a workout. When you step onto your center line, you still face almost forwards. Then you pivot. 3, blocking here, and 4, and return. 1, 2, 3, 4, return. 1, 2, 3, 4, return. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bottle. Got a message here from Miss Baben asking whether anybody else has frozen. If you're frozen, wave your hands like this. If you can see everything moving, wave your hands like this. Okay, everyone else seems okay, Miss Baben? Okay, I'll let you back in when you come back, Miss Baben. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Bottle. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now all 4 movements without count. Go. And ready. Go. Now get your power up. Don't drop those hands, Max. Bottle. Question, Toby.
Can I please go toilet?
Yes, you can go to the bathroom. Make sure you mute yourself before you go. Lovely. And again, ready, go. Bottle. Okay, just watch that when you're doing that step, the spot turn, you're not doing an extra sine wave. So 1, 2 from here. You don't want to go down, up, down, up, down. Okay, it adds an extra sine wave into there. So from here, we just pull the foot in. And then when I turn, that's when I go down, up, down. Okay, so try and do it with 1 sine wave. Slow it down if you need to. So we're going 1 and 2, in, down, up, down, and 2. Let's do a few more. Ready, go. Bottle. Go. Don't drop the hands, Max. Don't drop the hands. And bottle. And go. That's better, Lockie. Okay. Bottle. Cool. Next sequence. Green belts are up to you. So color belts, just have fun with it. Do your best. From here, we're going to start this time with a closed stance. So our feet are together and our hands are up in front of our face. Your right one's a fist. Your left one is just closing over the top. Okay? Right one's a fist. Left one's closing over the top. Tian family, just watch and listen. Instead of asking, watch. From here. Now from here, we're going to do the twin forearm block that yellow belts know from done good. So the hand the left hand's going to go on top as I turn to my left. This one's blocking my head. This one's blocking an attack to the side. Okay? Ready, 1. Okay, check your L stance. Now from here, you open both your hands out. Relax. And your right hand's going to drive in and strike to the neck. Your left hand comes in front of your shoulder for reaction force. It's the side fist that's close to my shoulder. Go. And feel that strike, but maintain your body position. So from here to here, my body doesn't really turn. Okay? Now from here, I'm going to pull my front foot in a little bit, and then I'm going to change from an L stance to a fixed stance when I punch. A fixed stance is a little bit longer than an L stance, the width of your foot, and your body weight's in the middle. Okay, body weight in the middle. So I'm going from here to here, come in a little bit, but my foot's not moving very far. My body weight goes into the center. Okay, then from here, we're going to step together. Again, we just bring the foot in. Then we do our sine wave as we change feet. Go. And we're going to do the other side. Go. This is my fingertips are the height of my eyes because I'm striking with the neck. Max, just change hands. It's the back hand that does the strike, and the other one's in front of your shoulder. Bring the other one up in front of your shoulder. That's it. Lovely. Just make a fist with it. And then we're going to punch. Go. Now, fixed stance, if I were to pivot, I'd make a walking stance. So for my fixed stance, I can just pivot into a walking stance. The angle changes, of course, but the length is the same as a walking stance. And bottle. Okay, so now for green belts, we'll come back to here. 1. Picture this next movement. Strike in. Go. 2. Really feel the smashing power that you get into that. 3rd one. Sit. Juniors, if you're struggling, just have some fun with it. Don't stress about it. I haven't stepped forward. I've stayed pretty much on the same spot. Now come together. Knit. Make sure this top hand's over your head. Tasa. Yasa. Lovely. And bottle. Again, remember to keep those hands up. So we're going 1, 2, 3, change, 4, 5, 6. Okay, get ready. Go. 1 and 2. Don't step there, Max. So from we come back to here, Max. Don't step forward, just on the same spot. Boom. Go. And 3, the front foot's going to slip out. So I'm not changing, I'm not stepping forward. I just slip out. Go. 3. Now come foot to foot and do the other side. 4. 5. Just watch that your shoulder position, green belts, doesn't change here. So I'm half facing here. Be careful that when you strike, you don't turn your shoulders more forwards this way because it opens you up and it puts strain on your knee. So from here, I keep my body in the same place. My opponent's over here. Okay, so I'm striking you there. And 6. Bottom. Okay, and ready, Hana. The faster, 2. Set. Net. Now, Jacob, don't move your feet here. Tasso. Feet don't move. That's it. Now your feet move. Yasso. Good. Don't come all the way back to the other foot. Just come in halfway. Only comes in a little bit from here. And not all the way back to the other foot. Bottle. Now do all 6 movements, 1 count. Ready, go. Watch your body facing there, Mr. West. In your fixed stance, don't turn sideways. You've got to maintain that same shoulder angle that you had in your twin forearm block and you're in it. That's it. So your stance from here, my stance is longer, but my shoulders don't change position. Okay, my shoulders and hips are on the same angle. I don't go sideways this way. And back. Ready. Feet together here. And go. Keep going. Don't sit the head, sit Danilo, good. And other side. The white belts, don't stress about this because you don't have to learn this until you're grading for grading for blue stripe. Relax, bottle. From here, your hands cross in front of the same chest. So remember we have, if I'm going that way, same side chest and opposite side chest. So I'm going the same direction. So my hands cross in front of the same chest so that my rising block can come backwards a little bit. Okay, I don't want to come from here and have both of my hands go forwards because that's not really going to block. I've got to go forward with my cross and then pull them apart. Cross and pull them apart. Okay, ready? All 6 movements. And go. That's it, Jacob. Watching those shoulders, Lockie. Good. You're stepping the front foot there, Max, not the back foot. Bottle. And go. Get the blood flowing, slowing down. Bottle. And last one, go. Watch your crossing, Toby. Cross the wrong way that time. And with your twin forearm block, you weren't blocking your head. Where am I with my noodle to smack you on the head? Okay, let's try that once more. Once more for Toby. Beat. Block your head, Toby. Chop. Block your head. Yes, better. Watch your crossing there, Toby. You crossed the wrong way there. Wrong hand, Toby. Yes. And the other punch. And bottle. Also watch, Toby, when we're doing the strike, our feet don't move. Okay, we're not doing this. Okay, from here, 1, my feet stay exactly where they are. 2, and then 3. Okay, don't move your feet between 1 and 2, and between 4 and 5. Okay, we're going to do 2 more sequences. Now we're up to blue stripe. We're going to do the first few movements if you've got. Bottle. Parallel ready stance here. Now, these ones are quite cool. I want you to imagine what you're doing here. The first movement, we're going to step our left foot out and lift our left hand up. That's pretty much it. Does a little arc, but nothing really serious. But unusually, this is lined up with our shoulder. Go. It's Anansoggy. Now from here, we're going to do 2 punches in fast motion. So we're going to go down, up, down, down, up, down. And the punches are center line. Go. 1, 2. Good. Now we step together and we go out the other side, extending the arm out, shoulder line. So in line with my shoulder. Okay, and then 2 more punches. Center line. Go. Good. And bottle. Ready. 1. 2 punches in 1 count. Go. 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 Bottle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bottle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bottle. 1, 2, 3. Heels on the floor. 4. Bottle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bottle. Okay, 1 count, 6 movements. Ready. Ha! All 6 movements. Tiffany and Toby take a step back. All I can see is the stripes of Tiffany's jersey, which isn't a dobok and should be. Okay, Tiffany, get out of Toby's way. Bottle. Ready, and all 6 movements, duel. Okay, movement 4, Max, you've got to change arms. The first one's just sticking your hand up. So it's not really like a punch. And then we're doing 2 punches. And then when we step, we just stick the other hand out. And then we do 2 punches. Make sure that movement 1 is shoulder line. Then 2 and 3 are right to the center. Then movement 4 is shoulder line. And 5 and 6 are right to the center. Ready. Ready, ready, ready. Go. Punch to the center there, Max. Change hands first, Max. Change hands before you punch there. Bottle. That's it. And go. Step out. Now 2 punches, Max. Now as you change hands. Change hands. That's it. Now 2 punches. And these 2 are the center, shoulder height. Bottle. Last one. Go. Good, and bottle. Okay, just come down in front of the camera. We're going to give everybody something a little bit above their grade right now. So I want you all to hold your hands up. Close up those little fingers. And pull back the thumb like a knife hand with a slight curl in your fingers. Very slight curl. Not backwards like this, Tiffany, but curl your fingers slightly forward. Now this is your knife hand, right? And pretty similar for your flat fingertip, unless you got fingers that you can get the same length. Now from here, if I take my thumb and I hide it behind my hand, now I've got a reverse knife hand, okay, this way. So I've got to tuck my thumb out of the way. I can't tuck it like this, because if I tuck it like this, this knuckle sticks out, and that's what's going to hit. And I need to block with this surface here. Okay, so I've got to tuck my thumb out of the way. That's my reverse knife hand. Okay. Here. So we've got knife hand, thumbs pulled back, reverse knife hand. Now I'm not putting it flat against my hand here like this. If I do that, it's weak. I've got to tuck it out and make my hand nice and strong. It's almost like the knife hand's here, the reverse knife hand is here. Got to have a strong, strong hand, because I've got to hit with that. Try it a couple of times. Make sure that thumb knuckle's out of the way. Okay. The other tool we're going to play with here is the palm. So we've got our knife hand like this. Our palm, our thumb can just relax a little bit. It's got to be flat because with our palm, we're going to block with this bit here. Okay, this way. Okay, so back on our feet. Of course, the first time you block with your palm, we'll use for 3-step sparring with palm downward block, yellow, green stripe. Okay, but now we're going to do palm upward block. So, first 4 movements of doing good. Juniors, just copy along. You've done parallel closed ready stance type A. This time we're going to bring our hands down in front of our tummy. This is closed ready stance type B. We're going to cross underneath and block with our reverse knife hand. So it's very much like Chonji, movement 9, but instead of using our inner forearm with our knuckles at shoulder height, we're going to use our reverse knife hand with our fingertips at shoulder height. So go, do that. L starts. Make sure you got 70% of the weight on the back leg and 30 on the front leg. Now we've got to bring our body weight back a little bit so we can do a side front kick, just low with that front leg. And then step down one shoulder width apart. That's it. Now I'm going to put both of my hands in front of me, palm down. I'm going to take a little step forward, and my right hand's going to circle like I'm knocking a beach ball up in the air. So I've got to come underneath it and then smash it up in the air. The other hand's going to pull back to my hip. My hand's going to stop at the height of my solar plexus. Now what's happening with my feet's pretty unusual. The back foot's the same position as an L stance. The front foot is quite a lot shorter with my heel a little bit off the ground and most of my weight on the back foot. This way. Okay? This is a rear foot stance, palm upward block. So if I do them together a little bit slowly so you can see on the camera, I'm going to go 1, 2, one shoulder width apart, hands both in front of me, circle around that beach ball, knock it up in the air, and bend both of my legs in my rear foot stance. That's 3. Then I'm going to pivot all the way around, come underneath again, do that reverse knife hand again. Then my low front snap kick, step 1, side front snap kick, sorry, step 1 shoulder width, hands in front of me, and now block with my left hand upward as I drop my body down into my stance. Okay, there's our 6. Blue belt's got lots of cool new movements. A little bit long there, Lockie. You just want to be quite short here, like just over a fist between your heels. So not a lot of length in this stance. Okay, let's do it from here. Now smash the movements out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you make a good L stance. We're going to kick with our front leg, but we've got to make sure we've got some weight on that leg. Not back like this because I'm about to kick. Good front, good stance here. Go. It's a really cool sequence of movements. And bottle. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you keep it up. Good. Just make sure that wrist is straight with your palm upward block. Don't bend your wrist like this. Keep the wrist straight. Okay? Blocking palm up this way. Just unmute and ask. Lockie might be faster.
So it was Zach. I just sent him a message on a different thing.
Oh, okay.
He's just saying that that he's not going to come today because he did a 3K bike ride.
Oh, he's a good man. Awesome. I hope to see him on Monday. Thank you, Mr. West. Awesome. Okay, ready. All 6 movements again. We'll do them 4 more times. This time, 1 count, 6 movements. Go. Make sure you circle underneath that big red beach ball and knock it up in the air. Don't chop it in half. Okay, not coming inwards this way. Bottle. So make sure you go under and up, not around and in. Under and up. Okay, ready. Second time. Go. Feel that, those movements are so cool. Hand bottle. Good. When you're crossing, your hands are lightly clenched all the time. So you don't cross with your hand already open. You just relax. Same when you're punching. They're not tight fists when you're punching. They're just relaxed, loose fists. Okay, we got 3 more times. Ready? 1. And bottle. Good, Mr. West, but come down a little lower so you can knock that beach ball up in the air. Okay, ready, and 2, go. That's better, Mr. West, lovely. That one needs to come down a little bit more, the left hand. Okay, and ready. I think we're up to the last one, and go. And bottle. Okay, grab a drink. Okay, and let's play a little bit now with some of those movements. So I want you to picture what we're doing here. From here, we're going to work a little bit on that front leg side kick that we've been playing with quite a lot. And then we're going to do a little defense against it. From here, from my L stance, that rear foot stance we just played with is really useful. Because look how far my hip moves. From here, comes back here. So if the side kick is focused to hit me here and I slip back to this position and pop a block in, it's just enough quite often for that side kick to miss you. So we're going to play with that front leg side piercing kick, but we're also going to play with from here, blocking that side kick out of the way, and then shifting in and counter-attacking with a punch. Okay? So we're going to do both sides of that and picture ourselves as our own opponent. So get ready, right leg back, just bouncing nice and lightly, and working on that, lifting the front leg, side piercing kick. Make sure you're actually locking that leg out. And lightly lift and shift, just like we've been practicing. Go. Lift and shift. Then together back. Go. And go. 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 Make sure you're pivoting that supporting foot. Make sure that supporting foot is pointing away from where you're kicking at the moment of the kick. Not sideways this way. It's really bad for your knee and it's a rubbish kick. Turn that foot, and go. Don't rush, do 5 good kicks in your own time. Go. All for the belt height, all for the belt. Extend. Make sure you're a little bit short in your stance here. Make sure you got a nice stance here. So good mobility. Then lift and kick. Okay, you right, Mr. West? Just tweak it. Okay, now from here, we're going to imagine that same side kick's coming towards us, and it's pretty quick, so our defense has to be quick. So from here, all I'm going to do is just nudge it out of the way with my front hand and shift my front foot back into that rear foot stance. here. Okay, just nudge it out of the way and shift that front foot back. 1, and then slip in, boom, 2. Ready? So from here, I'm going 1, 2. Go. Do that a few times. 1, 2. Good. Doesn't have to be much of a shift. Pause for a moment because we're going to add one more step. We've used this in the past in a slightly different sequence. What I'm going to do now, the side kick comes in, I shift back and block it. I'm not nudging it just off to the side. I don't have to swing it all the way over here. I hit it here and that's enough. It's out of my way. Just nudge the side kick out of the way. 1 here. My back foot comes around. Boom, 2 here. I've changed the angle. Okay, so we've done this before with slip punching. So from here, I'm going to do it facing you this way. Side kick comes in, I pop into my rear foot stance, slip forward and punch. And then my back leg goes round about a quarter turn, and I get my front hand up and punch to the head. Okay, so slip, punch to the body, punch to the head. Go. Do that half a dozen times. Okay, so first up, block, punch, punch. Block, punch, punch. Block, punch, punch. See how quickly you can get from this nice sparring stance into a short position. Boom, boom. Then counter. So that first movement doesn't have to be very much. All I'm really doing is changing to walking stance. From my L stance here, I change to walking. That's pretty much it. And then here. So I don't have to go all the way over here for this. Just a little shift. Boom. Boom. Okay, cool. Now let's change legs. Let's go back to that yop-chagi. From here, shift and kick. Shift and kick. Go. Lift and kick. Good, Mr. West. Just keep your guard up. Keep your guard up when you kick. Don't let that backhand drop. I've seen some good competitors lose points because that backhand gets lazy. Good. Good. Just try and cover a little bit of distance with that slip. So my back foot here slips in just a little bit. But I don't want to telegraph it. I'm not doing 1, 2. I'm just going to lift that front leg and shift it in. Good. Good, Jacob. Just extend that kick out. The first leg that moves is the front leg. It lifts up. Then you shift it and kick. Okay, it's not the back leg that moves first. It's the front leg. And the momentum of lifting that leg up is what drags you forwards. You're jumping a little bit there, Toby. Try not to jump. Lift your leg. Shift forward as you kick. Come on, Max. You're stepping, Max. Not 1, 2. I want to see 1, 2. So lift the kicking leg first. Just the height of your belt. Don't go too high. If you're trying to kick too high, the arms are here. So you're just going to kick them in the arms. You want to go underneath the arm, just above the belt every time. That's it. Good. Okay. Now we're on the other side. Let's do that counter attack. Rear foot stance, punch, punch. Do a couple of rear foot stance punch first. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Go. Just do half a dozen of those. Then we'll add the extra movement. One, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, now let's add that extra movement from here. 1, 2. Little shift, quarter turn with the back foot. It's the punch. Okay. From here, 1, 2, quarter turn back punch. Or front hand punch more correctly. 1, 2, 3. Nice, good. Okay, now we're going to do both sides of it. So we're going to imagine we're our own partner. So from here, the first time, I'm doing my side kick together back. And then I'm going to be my own partner. I'm going to block, punch, punch. But I'm going to add one more thing to this. I'm now going to do a change turning kick, switch turning kick. Boom, up underneath the guard. Okay, so from here, I do my yolk-chagi first, together back. Then when I'm with my partner, I'm going to do rear foot stance block, punch, punch, and then my rear leg's going to kick. Because at the moment, my partner's back is to me. I'm going to swing around, coming in from here, underneath the guard this way. Okay, so my opponent's over here, standing behind me, but their foot's going to come in here. Okay, so from here, remember, so again, 1, 2, 3, and a little shift with this foot, 4. Go. Side kick, then do the defense. Do the side kick, then do the defense. Good. Mr. West, try and get the feel of how your hips are involved in those punches. So for the first one, my front foot's stepping out to a walking start, so I've got a lot of power from my hips here. And then for the second one, this is driving power in my punch. Okay, so it's the hip action here that drives the power. Okay? Yes, Tiffany.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yes, Tiffany. Okay, now to the other side. Yes, Mr. West, nice. We okay there, Mr. Crichton? Cool. And come on. Okay. A little bit of a blood warmer just before we stretch off at the end. I'm going to give you 1 minute, and in the 1 minute, you're going to go in your own little space and do any kicks that you want. But I want you to be nice and light on your feet. So you're going to go 1, together back, 2, together, might do a vertical kick, maybe the other leg vertical kick, reverse turning kick, whatever you want to do. But I've got a rhythm going. Okay, so we're going kick, 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 stance, kick, stance, kick, stance, kick, stance, kick, kick. You're going to do that for 1 minute. Okay, Mariah's family in particular, be careful because of your limited space and 3 people. Ready, 1 minute. 3, 2, 1, go. Any kick you like. Get the rhythm. Kick, stance, kick, stance. Max, I want to see stances after every kick. After every kick, let's see a stance. That's 15 seconds. Remember your twisting kicks, side turning kicks, side front kicks, downward kicks, pick shape kicks. 25 seconds to go. If you've got a partner here, you can alternate. Kick, 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 kick. 10 seconds left. Come on. Okay. Now for the next minute, this is an exercise for your brain as much as it is for your body. You're going to do technical hand movements. You've got to make sure you can work within your space, but I might, for example, do knife hand guarding block, then a 4-fist punch, and then I might do my rear foot stance, palm upward block, but I'm no foot movements here. Knife hand side block, palm downward block, twin, whatever I want to do. Any movements that you know, okay? So we're just going to go sequence, boom, 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 again for 1 minute. So see how quickly you can think. Ready, good stances, good hand movement. So this is technical pattern style stuff. 3, 2, 1, go. Make sure you're being nice and strict on yourself. Good stances, good hand positions. Mr. West, good, changing your angles a bit as well. That's 30 seconds. Pretty taxing on the brain. Various stances. Can't read it. Good. Keep it up. 10 seconds left. 10 seconds. And come on. Good. Okay. It's pretty tricky on the brain. Now you'll start to think of all the movements you could have done and didn't. So I'm going to give you the chance. Same thing as before, you were thinking about all the kicks you could have done and didn't. Now's your chance because we're going to do 2 sets. Okay, so now we're going to do another 1 minute of kicks. Okay, that sort of kick, stance, kick, stance, kick, stance, kick, stance. Okay, just mixing it up. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Try and get some nice kicks. Get the body going. Try and get your power out. Make sure you got nice power. Good, Mr. West. Every time land in a stance, you can do it on one spot. Just kick, pendulum, kick, pendulum, kick, pendulum, kick, pendulum, kick, pendulum. Back on the same spot. I can change my angles easily, but I don't need much room for this. "20 seconds left. Good, Max. Keep that guard tight. Don't drop your guard and don't stop kicking. Don't take breaks. Straight into the next kick. Kick, stance, kick, stance, kick, stance. Always a stance in between the kicks. Always a stance. And come on. Good. Last one, this time technical stances with hands again. Technical stances with hands. Good, Mr. Marais. Good, Danilo. I can see you've been working hard. That's excellent. Okay, last one. Ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Good, Mr. West. Starting with sequences from patterns. Change your directions. Change your angles. Sometimes some blocks. Sometimes attacks. Mix your stances up. Some walking stances. Some L stances. Some parallel stances. Remember, you've got guarding blocks. You've got outward blocks and a forearm block, knife hand block. 25 seconds to go. We've done palm upward block today, reverse knife hand side block, flat fingertip thrust, straight fingertip thrust. 10 seconds. Make sure you're being technical. Shouldn't run out of room because you can go forwards and backwards. And come on. Good work. Grab a quick drink. Okay. That exercise is stupidly hard. Trying to get your brain working. Okay, sitting down, left leg out, right leg over the top. We're going to work through our stretches and twisting the torso. A number of you now have this book. Anyone who kindly paid full fees last month got an electronic copy for now, and we'll give you the physical copy when we get out of lockdown. Do make sure you're having a read through it because it's got fantastic content in it. The first half of the book is all about the psychology of self-defense. Okay, 4 stages of self-defense. The first stage is to try to avoid bad situations. The second stage, if you get into a situation where you are in an altercation, you want to try and reduce the level of violence, reduce the level of aggression through de-escalation. Okay, so reducing aggression is de-escalation. Then if you have to, you respond physically. Responding physically will often have consequences, and that's the recover stage. Change legs. So the first half of that book walks you through avoid, de-escalate, respond, and recover. And then the second half of the book shows you the technical movements that we have at each grade. Now, what we don't do in the book is give you long sequences of movements to memorize. What we'd rather do in this organization is teach you the skills so that you can link things together naturally yourselves. Because in an attack, you throw one counter attack, the opponent may respond in different ways. So the sequence can go out of the window very quickly. So while it's good to train sequences every now and again, just to learn some ideas of how to piece things together, it's very important to know the techniques and the mindset of how to link them together yourselves. And both legs forward. Breathe in, sit nice and tall, and breathe out. Now the avoid stage, I'm just going to pop into the book and pull out some of the key stuff from the avoid stage. Stage 1, avoid. There's a lot of very small sections in here that have key information. The first one is not an uncommon system to use in self-defense, and this is this idea of a traffic light system. So whenever you're living throughout your life, you're either going to be in code green, where you're safely at home, code orange, where something could happen, so you're aware a little bit, but you're not paranoid, and then code red, where you think, I could be in danger here, and the only thing I want to do is get back to orange or back to green. Okay, so that's anytime you're out at night, anytime you feel a little bit uncomfortable, or an unusual situation. If you're at work, or if you're walking to work, or in town or something, that's your code orange stuff. The survival assumptions, the next session there. Whenever we're in a self-defense situation, there's 3 assumptions that we always make and we train for. The first assumption is that the bad guy, the opponent, has got friends, that they can back them up. Well, the second one is that they might have a weapon. Okay, if you assume they've got a weapon and it comes out, you can be prepared for it. You don't make that assumption, you can get surprised by it. So they've got a weapon, they've got friends, and the third assumption we have to make these days is that someone's catching us on camera. So we want to make sure it appears the way that we train, it shouldn't appear that we look like the aggressor. The third point we have under avoid is around secondary locations. If you're ever in a position where an aggressor wants to take you somewhere else, you never, ever allow yourself to be taken to another location. The only reason an aggressor wants to take you somewhere else is because they want to do something to you they cannot do to you where you're standing right now. So you do everything you can to avoid being taken to a secondary location. We then have some common tips around personal safety, some of the things that we kind of think about. All sorts of stuff about what to do when you're out and standing and not walking down sunny alleys, that sort of stuff. Fills in. So make sure you have a read through that. So the homework I want to set you for this class is to read through and think about the avoid section in that book. Okay, so read through the avoid part of the book and think about how that could be applied to your life. Okay, think about when am I in my normal routine? When am I in code green? When am I in code orange? And when am I in code red? What times in my normal non-COVID-19 routine am I more vulnerable to others? When am I most vulnerable? So think about how your life fits together. And then read some of that personal safety, read through those personal safety tips and have a think about some of those. Okay, stretch your legs out in front. Open your legs up. Breathe in and out. So we've had 5 Zoom sessions so far this week, 2 for children and 3 for adults. I've got 1 more Zoom session tomorrow morning for Cubs to see how that goes. And then I'll send a survey out to ask you about the sorts of things that worked for you and the sorts of things that didn't work. I suspect that I might take Mr. Crichton's advice, and what we might do going forward as a regular routine is we'll have 2 children sessions and 2 adult sessions every week. So we might do, for example, adults Monday, Wednesday, children Tuesday, Thursday, and I'll take Friday off. If you want to train on Friday, we've got a whole lot of videos now on that COVID-19 classes page. You can do some training at home using those videos. So we've got these 2 sessions every week where I can give you feedback, and then you can do an extra session or 2 sessions or 3 sessions if you want to, watching and training with those videos where it's not so easy for me to give you feedback. Feel free in any case to get someone to take a video of you doing the movements and get that video to me, and I'm happy to give you feedback. So you can either whack it on Facebook and tag me in it, or send me a link, email me a link to it. That's a really good way to do it. You put it on our Glendowie Facebook page so we can get some traffic on our Glendowie Facebook page. Change sides. Or you can pop it in Dropbox or WeTransfer, or chuck it on YouTube and send me a link, and I can email you some feedback. So these Zoom classes enable me to give you feedback live. If you've got some space at home where you can work through entire patterns, it's a good thing to get yourself video doing. I'll see how I go, whether we start doing full patterns or something in the class. It'll depend on how much space people have. Some of you have got quite limited space to play with, and it makes it quite hard to do. And up and down to the center. Okay, everyone think about what the 4 stages of self-defense are. Avoid, de-escalate, respond, and recover. Think about some of the key areas that you need to know in the avoid stage. The traffic light system, the assumptions that we make. 3 assumptions. What are the 3 assumptions? Assume the aggressor's got a weapon, assume they've got friends, and assume you're on camera. Never ever get taken to a secondary location. And then make sure you read through and think about those personal safety tips. Okay, and dragging your legs back. From here, let's stretch our calves off. So feet flat on the floor. 1 foot, push the heel into the ground. Other foot can come off the ground a little bit and relax. Just stretch that back calf. And change. And standing up. Left leg behind. Drop. And change. Okay, big step forward. Lunging forward, nice and deep. Reach up with that back hand so you'll see my back heel is off the ground. My front leg is bent. One hand on my hip. The back leg, I've got that same hand stretched up to the sky to improve that stretch a little bit. Open up that iliopsoas muscle. Don't lean forward on your leg. That takes the stretch away. Just hold yourself up. And change. Come on, Toby. I'm not seeing a lot of stretching going on there from you, young man. Danilo, just straighten your hips up forwards and take your hand off your thigh. So rather than opening your hips out this way, you've got to have them straight ahead like a walking stance. Bring that front hand off your thigh. Lunge yourself forward. And up. Give your legs a shake. Turn to the left and tidy up. Does anybody have any questions about tonight's class before we finish off? Or any questions generally? Just unmute yourself.
So, do we gonna have class on Monday?
Yes. Yes, next class will be Monday at 5. Good question.
So do you, well, are you going to like, because it would be easier if we, like all friended you, then you made like a class thing for this
On
group chat, so we could just ask you questions like anytime.
On Zoom, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, well, feel free to send me a link and I'll just accept it. It'll be a little bit faster than me trying to create links for everybody. You do it once, I'd have to do it 170 times.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Mr. West. It's a good plan. Max, you had a question?
How long was the session, sir?
90 minutes. So these sessions are 1.5 hours. Okay, the Tuesday and Thursday ones for the young kids are 1 hour, and the Monday, Wednesday ones for the big kids and the adults are 1.5 hours.
Sir.
Cool. Okay. Cool. Okay, thanks everybody. I really appreciate you coming along to do these sessions. It's not as good as having a class with you in front of us, and partnering and stuff. So thank you very much. Oh, I got a head rush. Okay, and ta-da. Look forward to seeing you on Monday. Have a great weekend. 1, 2, 3, go in. Take a look. And Hassan. Thanks everybody.
Everybody else.